Hi there, here's another tutorial. This time we're going to be making these. These I call my chubby buddies. I did this about 2 years ago now, trying to figure out what to do with rounds, and I came up with some little designs. There's a bear, dinosaur, crocodile, a monkey, and we're going to have a go at an elephant today. The elephant is a little bit different. These ones here are bald on the head, and we're going to be trying to attach ears to the very top. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm going to drop a raisin into the 5-inch round. Now, a raisin is just, for the purposes of this video, a little knot of balloon that I'm going to drop in to there, so that when I inflate it, that's going to be in there, and I'm going to be able to use that later as an attachment point for the ears. So I'm going to inflate the 5-inch round, which is the basis of all the body designs, and at the moment it's quite big. I'm going to release some air and make it more round, so about 4 inches or so. You're going to need a little bit of play with this, and when you tie the knot, you want to try and tie it as close to the nozzle as you can. That's going to give you a little bit more room to play with the balloon, so we can then squeeze that up there. What I like to do as well, just before I start this, is give the balloon a really good squeeze all over. Okay, just helps a bit later on when you're trying to get a little bit more out of the balloon. So we're going to do the feet first by twisting a bubble that's about 2 inches. This should be fairly soft bubble because we're going to split this into two. So we're going to grab it half and half, one hand one way, one hand the other, and hopefully, without popping, there we go. Try and get them back the same size. So we've got 2 feet. These could be lips for a fish. And you can use a 160 to create fins and a tail. But for today, there are feet. For the rest of the body, we're then going to create a body and a head with this rest of this balloon. With the raisin still in there, if we can hear that, I want it in the head part, so I'm going to have to place it downwards. I'm going to grab about 2/3 for the body and about 1/3 for the head. And twist that round. So hopefully we've got something like that. Hopefully raisin's still inside the head. Okay. So this makes our nice fat body and our head. I'm then going to get a 160, and what I've done is I've put 2 loop twists in there already. These are our cheeks. I left about 4 fingers on the end uninflated. We probably won't need all of it, but again, it's up to you preference wise. So we're going to lock the cheeks around this. So we're going to pass the head around, and then to lock it in place, we're going to slot the cheeks into the cheeks over. So we kind of see that there's an elephant with a very long trunk. We're going to create the trunk last in this particular body. So we're going to create the arms and the hands now. So we're going to wrap that underneath the cheek, measure down towards the base of the body, excuse me, and create an arm. And then 2 little hands, and then an arm matching going back into the other cheek there. I'm going to create that now. 1 little hand, 2 little hands. And the only thing really that keeps these in place will be friction once we finish this. So we'll wrap the arms around the head just to keep it all in place. Put the cheeks back in the right place there, and then the arms simply roll underneath there. Okay, so we've got the arms or legs, the cheeks, and then at the back we've got this coming out the back here. Okay. In a similar way, now we're going to create the ears. And in order to do this, this is why we needed our raisin on the top. So I'm going to grab it at the bottom, give it a little twist around, and that becomes our attachment point for our ears. I'm going to make my ears come from the back here. I'm going to decide how long I want them to be, probably about that. I'm going to twist. I'm going to wrap that twist around the raisin 2 or 3 times, making sure it's not going to come undone. Okay. For those of you who don't believe there's a raisin there it is, hidden at the back, wrapped around. For the ear, I'll then just give it a bit of a shape. I'm then going to make another matching ear. And as you can see, we're near the end of our balloon. If I get this right, it'll go right to the very end, and I'll be pleased for the trunk. If not, I'll have to break it off and tie it. So we're going to come back round the other side to create our other ear. And I'm going to do a bit of a squeeze first. Put it all the way down to the end. A bit of trial and error. And I'm going to wrap the remainder around the head to wrap that in. And then that's going to come out the front. Bit of a stretch. And there you see it becomes the trunk. Ears then position at the back. There's the head. Give them a bit of a shape. Okay. If you prefer to have your ears flatter, like that, what I would do is I put a pinch twist in the back, which you can do now. So we can twist off a bubble. I should have done this before really, and twist it in, pinch twist that around, and it just gives the ears a bit more of a forward look to it. Okay, so very simple to do, but it just helps. And again, position everything how you want it. That's your elephant, just about. What I've then got is I've got a scrap of white, made 2 bubbles, tied them together either end. I've left a reasonably long bit on each end because I like to pinch twist my eyes. What this does, I find, is it pulls a sort of attachment point at the centre of the eyes, and it just pulls them tighter into the sculpture. I also like to keep both bits because I'll wrap one bit round one way, one bit round the other way, and it just sort of, for me, I prefer the look. And security. I'm going to wrap that round the cheeks a couple of times, and to the back. I'm going to grab the other eye, and wrap that around as well. Parade. And all that we need is just a little bit of Sharpie art. For the eyes. If you want to put a couple of lines on the trunk, maybe for a little bit of effect. Remember the arms roll around. This gives it a bit more of a finished look. So that's my elephant. Same design, same body design as the dinosaur and the crocodile, and I have made foxes and other such with this design. Okay, hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you very much.